to bring us as we're off in Week 9. Call it the 21. They go play action with Hurts. Got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of gain of 12 and a first down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
Yeah, that's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
That time on the outside, pretty nice job as a cornerback to shed any would-be blockers and make the tackle.
And think about the praise from his teammates to be a complete corner who doesn't just cover receivers, but also tackles ball carriers.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A gain of 13. It's a first down. Just the first quarter, but tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off-season about our season open opponent, and they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them. I tackled him on the first pass of the game, and the relief was incredible. I ended up having a pretty decent ball game. But if I had missed him, it would have been a long night.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. And they'll run the option here with Hurts. First carry now for the former Badger, Jonathan Taylor. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. 27 yards there, a first down. What did you see there on the defensive side? What allowed that good-sized run?
Well, they were in a cover 2 alignment, which means your 2 safeties are back away from the line of scrimmage. So if you can match up your blocking at the line, at the point of attack, there's usually some room, a big gap between that second level and third, and that's what they were able to exploit.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 25-yard line. Here's a run on first down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard. 2nd and 11.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. He'll drop this down to Taylor. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. It's a gain of 4. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for? Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
Ball at a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down.
It's 4th down.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. Boy, this is going to be close. That mark looks a little short, and he didn't get there. The Colts unable to convert here on 4th down. And this defense holds on the night's opening drive. Watson will bring up the Texans here 1st and 10 at their own 16. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4.
He's brought down.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
2nd and 6.
A quick throw here out to Cobb. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. Well, that was a heck of a play there on the outside.
Partner, sometimes I think on a play like this as a corner, you've got to think to yourself, all I've got to do is slow him down so others can come over and support. But in this case, he said, forget that. I've got this. Sorry you had to make the run for nothing, fellas.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. This one complete to Jordan Reed. And that's not going to get it done. He'll come up well short of the first at about the 21. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
There's an example of good situational football being played by a defense. They understood where the 3rd down play was, the down and distance, and made sure that they didn't get anywhere near that, bringing up 4th down.
Yeah, they were sniffing out that marker, didn't want to let him get close to there, and now a likely 3 and out to start.
Yeah, I love the way they rallied to the football and got to him and made sure he didn't give up much run after catch.
And that negates a pretty decent punt return.
And the goal is to gain a 1st down on a punt return, which is 10 yards. This was much more than that, but it is going to come back due to the illegal block in the back.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 38. Throwing is Hurts. That's complete to Jonathan Taylor out of the backfield. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards. No score after 1 on EA Sports.
No score.
Here's a quick throw right side, and it's complete. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. 3rd and long coming up. And the Texans have an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Hurts. And the throw there going to be incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Out is Rigoberto Sanchez on 4th down to punt this thing. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. On the return comes Cobb. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10.
At their own 37-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They've been playing the field position game thus far. No score, 2nd quarter as they come up on 1st and 10. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. And after getting tackled, he's still down and looking very slow to get up. We'll check on his status when we get back. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Watson now to throw. He'll buy some time right. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Watson to throw on third down. Rolling to his right. Lets it fly deep for Cobb. And a big return will get him all the way down to the 35.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield that gets intercepted.
They'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. They'll run on first down with Marlon Mack. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice, steady gain.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. Hurts going to keep this himself. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 16 yards, a first down. Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there. Worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Jalen Hurts.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
On second down, here's a run with Mack. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up third down. Off the play fake, here's Hurts. Dancing to his left. Blanketed coverage by Houston. Makes it fourth down.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
So still no touchdowns in the first half, but we do have some action on the scoreboard with the field goal.
So maybe now the mentality changes in this game because anytime you get to the red zone and if you don't come away with 6 points, you feel like it's a disappointment. In a game like this one, being able to kick field goals means you're right there, and then you're just looking for that big break to take you over the top.
Good starting field position for the Houston Texans here as they come up first and 10 at their own 43. Now a handoff here to his running back. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards. So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a second and long. Watson going to pull back the handoff and keep it himself. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. They went backwards 7 yards, setting up a tough third down.
The tackle made back at the 47-yard line.
Watson off play action. And that will be incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. They came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
And now a high kick here as they'll try to cover this one. Give them 11 yards that time on the return. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are on the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Here's Hurts to throw. And he'll complete this one to Patterson. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Well, that last completion certainly not what they were hoping for, as now they'll try to convert on 3rd. Hurts. And he'll find Pittman. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now the Colts going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Throw left side complete. It's Fuller. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays.
1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. And a throw for Pittman is intercepted. Picked off by Justin Reed. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week. 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away. And that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
Flush to his right. He'll try and run it. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
The best quarterbacks that ever played the game all wanted to blend in with their teammates and be one of the guys. But sometimes you got to take modesty and put it aside. You're the franchise quarterback, the face of the team, and the guy that leads them to victory. You have to get down and protect yourself and not take hits like that.
To throw again on 2nd down. Watson forced out to his left. And now he's going to use his legs. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Watson. That's into the hands of Isaiah Coulter. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
And the Texans first down.
Watson on first down. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the left hash, this from 53 yards out. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. So we've reached halftime at a low-scoring affair, just a pair of field goals. 3-3 is our score. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, second half ready to roll. 2 field goals, the combined output in half number 1. Could be first touchdown wins. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
Take over first and 10. At their own 27-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Nice job there on the tackle. Keep him to the short gain. And, of course, he got some good news this week. He was named AFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's effort.
And part of the reason he got that award, because of plays like that. Not every play is spectacular. Not every play is for a loss. Make the plays that are in front of you, keep it to short gains, and you pile up statistics.
Pushing forward for 3 up to the 48.
Ball carrier.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
And for the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on 3rd down. Here's Watson. He's got his target. It's Cobb. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
First down, Houston.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. And to give this time to the tailback. He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown.
Touchdown, Houston.
A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Texans have taken the lead.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
Might we see our first touchdown of the game? Here's 1st and goal. Now Watson going to sneak it. And no signal, but I don't think he got the surge behind center. No, he's going to be kept out of the end zone. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down.
And goal.
Here's Watson on the sneak. And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. Deshaun Watson, his 9th touchdown of the season, as his guys are able to regain the lead. Well, this offense only mustered 3 points in the first half on that field goal. They picked up the pace now, 2 third-quarter touchdowns.
Hey, you remember that appearance we had last week in front of that crowd, and they asked about halftime adjustments and all that was going on, and remember what I said, it's not always an adjustment at halftime. Sometimes just remembering the game plan and playing better, tuning it up and just working through it methodically. They got it done in this case.
Of course, I'll always remember that appearance because I had on a brown belt with black shoes, and you pointed that out in front of the crowd. So thanks for that.
I said that out loud?
You did.
My bad.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27. Hurts sets up to throw it. Hits his target, the tight end, Mo Alley-Cox. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 11 yards there, first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. The drive keeps moving.
And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 12 more yards there and another first down. Well, I tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react, even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL. They're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
Brings up
one thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
On 2nd down, it's Taylor. He's got the first down here inside the 30.
One play at a time. Here we go.
Indianapolis. Jonathan Taylor, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Colts are an extra point away from tying up this football game. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. Hurts will throw. And they don't get it. They tried for the 2-point conversion there, but unsuccessful.
I know the natural instinct is to kick the extra point there and tie the game. But here in this spot, at this point of the game, is there another coach maybe weighing in with what to do here?
Well, I think that analytics are starting to say, with it being from the 2, that you're going for 2 more often. That makes sense. But there, I still like going for 1, don't you?
Yeah, I do. I mean, that's my first instinct, but I'm understanding how the game is starting to change. And we're getting a number of these quarterbacks who are telling their coaches, we should go for 2 all the time. I want to see if we ever get a team that actually starts to do that.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. DeForest Buckner in on the tackle.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the 3rd quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the 4th quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Back now in Indianapolis. This one's still anybody's ball game. It's a 1-point difference here as we begin the 4th quarter of play. The Texans on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. They're up against a 3rd-and-1 situation. To throw is Watson. Jordan Reed has it. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Defense was thinking run, and they're dealt a pass of just under 20 yards.
Now, that's a big pickup right there, and so often we focus on how the quarterback's faking on play action. How about everyone being in on the deal and picking it up?
Second and third levels, you can see them trying to recover. They bit. Worked out offensively. Now a handoff here to his running back. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10.
At the 38-yard line.
And he'll give it here to his running back.
Not a whole lot of room to maneuver there, and I think that's because everyone took care of their responsibilities, filled their gaps, held their place. No place for him to run.
Yeah, looked good. Everything got funneled to the nose tackle. They swallowed him up. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down.
First down.
Watson. And Cooks has it over the middle. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
First down, Houston.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Texans will add on to their lead.
For the extra point.
And his kick is good, but flags come in. Looks like we're going to get a roughing call here on the follow-through. Trailing in the 4th, this close of a game, that's a penalty you just can't afford.
It's an absolute killer, and it's one that drives coaches and teammates insane.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. On first down, Hurts. They'll run the screen with Mack. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
2nd and 4 at the 31-yard line.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
He'll get this one to Pittman. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. That good for 19 yards as they pick up the conversion on 3rd. And now the throw going to Fuller, and he's got it. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They tackle him almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
It's a gain of 5, and that'll make it 3rd and 1.
Taylor. That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd.
They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38.
Taylor.
A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll throw on first down with Hurts. He'll drop this down to Taylor. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Play action. Here's Hurts. Rolling to his left. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Ross Blacklock in there to drop him as that clock continues to run.
Brandon, that's just football 101. If you're out of the pocket, you've got to get rid of the football in this situation. You cannot take a sack in a 2-minute drill.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Hurts, he's going to keep this on the option. And this Texans defense, they're all charged up now. They stop him behind the line for the 2nd straight play. They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point you have to have a splash play in there as well.
Back to throw. The toss here completed to Pittman. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 6-yard line.
They'll run here with Taylor. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Now the Colts going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game.
Goal at the 4-yard line.
2nd and goal from inside the 5. And they give this time to the tailback. And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
Here's another 2nd and goal, this time from half the distance closer. They'll try to run this one in. And he's across for the touchdown, and it's likely the game winner here in the closing stages.
So they got the touchdown they needed to cut this to 2, but now they've got to get back to the huddle. No celebration time. Got to figure out what they're going to do in the 2-point conversion.
They're going to try and run for it. And he is not going to reach the goal line. They were forced to go for it down 2, but the defense rises to the occasion, and they hold on to their lead. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Carl Joseph up from his safety spot to make the play.
He was brought down by Carl Joseph. 1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 44-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now Watson. To the sideline, and it's caught, but boy, he's out of bounds. They tried to get him into space coming out of the backfield, but it'll be 3rd down.
And 9 yards to to go.
And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on third down. Now it's Watson. He's letting it fly for Cooks. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Julian Blackman, but he will not be able to bring it back. My goodness, what a bizarre ending. The kind of decision that could get a quarterback released before he gets back to the locker room. But fortunately for him and his crew, the ball game is over.
17.
Well, Charles, a pretty exhilarating finish to the end of this ball game. At the end, the Hail Mary prayers, though, they went unanswered. Could have won it, but couldn't get it done.
Almost felt schoolyard or playground, didn't it? You remember when you called that play? Everybody just go long and try and find someone open. They gave it a shot, but unable to successfully complete it.
So for Houston, a loss would have really hurt. As it stands, they finished the first half at 3-5. And they'll get a few days to savor this one before they take on the Jacksonville Jaguars. Meanwhile, for the Colts, they fall 2 games under 500 now at 3-5. And they'll be at home next week for a date with the Tennessee Titans. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.